The 5-day forum seeks to strengthen cooperation amongst different arms of the ministry, bridge the communication gap for improved service delivery at the ministry. In a statement, the governor of Lower River Region, Sidi Lamin Bah, advised participants to make fruitful discussions that will contribute to the development of the ministry.
I will urge all of us to take the time to ask the most relevant questions. Of course, questions will rise. But also, those coordinators should be a little bit patient to admit and accept the doubts of people. All is done, in other words, for us to have a very good meeting and have a very good resolution at the end of the meeting.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Lands and Regional Government, calls for a constructive scrutiny of reports during the convergence in order to help overcome the various gaps in the performance of the ministry.
With one sector not performing or executing its function effectively, is very much going to affect the rest of the sectors and hence affect the performance of the ministry. So this very gathering is very, very important to avail us that opportunity to frankly talk to each other and frankly advise each other, but then to put in place plans for our 2023.
Minister of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs Sirif Abasanyang spoke at length on land ownership and management. He advised people to ensure proper documentation during land transfer transactions.
Do you believe that most of the transactions in the Gambia, high-profile transactions, is on land? Now, what do we do to improve these transactions? 1, to be normal. 2, to be fraud-free. 3, to be beneficial to people. 4, to be beneficial to the government. Give employment to people. And we maximize the gains we have from it. We are making less than 10% of our national tax from land. That's the current one we are gaining. And what do we do to make sure we go to 90, 95 to 100% resource mobilization? If we can maximize 90% of the wealth we are doing or tax on land, Mr., how do you think we're going to operate? It's going to be in billions per annum. And I'm sure our revenue for the state in terms of our national budget is not up to that.
Minister Sanyang reiterated his ministry's no-compromising stance on land mismanagement, thus the need for proper documentation.
There must be certain factors responsible. 1, dishonesty, fraud, corruption, nepotism, or something must be there that makes conflicts more imminent. And these are things we want to combat in its holistic form in the system. Land in the ministry, we're going to make sure we control it to the best of our ability. And we will not tolerate or condone any mismanagement, misuse, abuse, conflicts on land anymore in this country. Everything should be unified, simple, modest, for everybody to understand this is what belongs to this is what is there, this is what is this. And we urge every Gambian to come and register the land that belongs to them. The earlier you do it, the better. And we are talking about in the ministry, the employees, people serving the people, should be honest, sincere, and should be devoid of misconceptions, abuse, and then personality. Let's love each other, cherish and work harder for the development of this country. That's why we are there as a ministry.
The retreat is expected to discuss and improve various activities and works of the ministry, including land tenure system. Usman Balde, GRTS News.